For this recipe, I'm using Quaker old-fashioned grits. This recipe is not the quick cooking grits, so do not use those. You want to buy the ones that's going to take a little bit longer to cook. Now to cook the grits, best way to cook the grits is, truthfully, it's just by following the instructions, or let me say starting with following the instructions on the back. It's a great starting point. I'm making enough grits to feed 4 people. So it says 4 cups of water, a cup of grits, quarter teaspoon of salt. Of course, I'm gonna use a little bit more than that, but I do not use 4 cups of water. The creaminess comes in with the milk. You can use milk, you can use heavy cream, you can use half and half, but this really is the key component to making creamy grits. And I do keep an additional amount of milk to add to it towards the end. But for now, we're going to just let this boil, keep an eye on it, because when you're boiling milk, it tends to boil over. So we're gonna just keep an eye on it to make sure that it doesn't boil all over my stove. Once the water-milk combination starts to boil, we're just gonna slowly stir in the grits. I'm using a whisk. That's just to ensure no lumps, because I do not like lumps in my grits. But if you're adding the grits in slowly and stirring at the same time, you should not get any lumps. There we go. We're just gonna give this and some salt. About a quarter teaspoon. Of course, I'm gonna add a little bit more than that. And we're just gonna slowly stir that. And we're gonna turn the temperature down to low. What I did want to add is that if you have the temperature at where it should be at a low temperature, it really should just be like this. It shouldn't be boiling over. So if it is doing that, then you might want to, you will need to turn the temperature down a little bit lower. I'm just going to give this a stir. Like I said, I'm using the whisk. The spoon will work, but I'm using the whisk. If you have a whisk, I would suggest you do that. And you can see that the grits are coming together. That back up and let it, maybe the next 5 to 7 minutes, I'll come back and stir some more. The grits are coming around. If you can see that nice, all this steam coming off, that nice creamy texture. Still not done though. This is why I say you'll probably need a little bit of extra milk to add to it. Grits will harden up on you real quick, like so. I'm gonna turn this off now. My grits are done. You can see that these grits are nice and creamy, not too runny, definitely not too thick. When I used to make this when I was younger, because my aunts and uncles and my grandma were all too tired to make it, we would attempt to make the grits and they would be hard as a rock. You put the spoon in and the whole grit would come out the pan. I've obviously have gotten a little bit better at making my grits. But like I said, they're definitely creamy, but for me, it's still not done. I'm just gonna add in a little bit more milk. As I said earlier, it really is the milk that gives the grits its creaminess. You can't just make grits with water. I'm sorry, you cannot. You can do whatever you want, but they're just not going to have that great creamy consistency that you want in your grit. I'm just saying. Of course, and we're just going to add these grits into the bowl. Of course, now serving like that, yeah, that's 1 to 4 servings. I like to add black pepper to mine. I'm very basic when it comes to my grits. Just some salt, pepper, and of course, some butter. And there you have it. Warm, creamy Southern grits, made the old-fashioned way. Sometimes the simplest foods are the ones that bring back the best memories. I hope you'll give these a try and make them your own. Until next time, may your kitchen always feel like a hug from Grandma. Take care.